Hello my friends, Michael Grady here. I wanted to give you an amazing list of resources on how you can improve doing hypnosis, your practice, or hypnotizing yourself. As a successful hypnotist for the past 10 plus years in the areas of hypnotherapy in a clinical setting, hypnotizing on the stage in front of hundreds of people, hypnotizing people on major network television shows, teaching hypnosis on the radio, guiding teleconference calls of 3,000 plus people, having a recording deal, producing hypnosis audios, and of course, mastering the art of self-hypnosis. With all of this experience I have, I can share with you a collection of books that will enable you to create real hypnotic results. Now, to successfully utilize hypnosis, you must be able to create hypnotic phenomenon. There are so many hypnotists that simply use a progressive relaxation and think that they're inducing a hypnotic state, which it can be helpful to bring a person, their brainwave state, down to an alpha or maybe theta level doing that. But it doesn't really create hypnotic phenomenon to happen with everyone. So here's a list of 10 resources that will teach you how with yourself and with others. And I'll give a little tip on why hypnotizing yourself before you hypnotize others is really, really key. So number one is the book Hypnotherapy by Dave Elman. Dave Elman has one of the most regarded books of all time on the subject of hypnosis. He has one of the most effective inductions that is utilized by professional hypnotists all around the world. Personally, I've used his methods with foolproof results, getting people to have their eyelids stuck shut, which is an amazing convincer to use, within seconds of the hypnotic process. For example, follow along. This is the beginning of the induction. So, sitting nice and relaxed, take a nice deep breath in all the way to the top, all the way in, hold it, exhale, relax, close your eyelids. Now focus on your eyelids and relax them fully and completely. And once you've relaxed your eyelids fully and completely, go ahead and hold on to that relaxation and give them a test to make sure they stay relaxed. Now that same quality you feel in your eyelids, I'm going to help guide you through your entire body. So feel that same quality of relaxation swift down your entire body from head to toe and feel much more relaxed. So you can open your eyes and notice yourself in a light hypnotic state right now. And this induction is really powerful because it has that convincer right off the bat of your eyelids being so relaxed that you can't open them. Now this isn't really the effect of them being stuck where they try to open them, but it does show them right off the bat that their eyelids are so relaxed they won't open them. Of course they could open them if they wanted to, but it's an amazing convincer, and that induction goes on to have an incredible process. I highly recommend this book. Number two, The How-To Book of Hypnotism by Tom Silver and Ormond McGill. This is a how-to book that shows you exactly what to do to conduct a hypnosis session with one person or even with a group. Excellent content from two very experienced hypnotists. I've personally trained with Tom Silver and have used his methods to conduct some very powerful sessions, as well as some jaw-dropping inductions for crowds. Tom Silver, a man I trained with, he has been on numerous television shows, and he claims to be one of the first people to bring hypnosis to Asia. And he did television performances, I believe back in the early 90s, and maybe even in the 80s too. But really profound. Ormond McGill, he is a legend in our field. He had the title Dean of Hypnotists, and unfortunately he passed on, but he has some really amazing content and insight that I highly recommend this book to you. Number three, The Everything Book on Self-Hypnosis. Learn how to use your mental power to take control of your life by Rainey Bastarash. It's not Renee, it's Rainey. I've personally trained with this author as well, and he has a very comprehensive approach. Prior to doing hypnosis training with him, I had limited experience with hypnotizing others. Using his methods that he shares, I was able to hypnotize friends and strangers to the deepest degree, create a stage hypnosis show career that became my profession and enabled me to help others with hypnotherapy. And the real key thing is being able to hypnotize yourself, because when you can hypnotize yourself, then you can easily guide others to that same place that you have the experience of being in. Number 4, the new Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. This isn't really a hypnosis how-to book per se, but it does show you how you can de-hypnotize yourself, because really everyone's in a state of hypnosis all the time because we have certain beliefs that we hold on to with a certain perspective. The hypnotic state allows the shifting of the hypnotic state within every person to occur. And Maxwell Maltz is a retired plastic surgeon who also became a psychiatrist and noticed that when people shift their self-image, it changes the way they act in the world. And hypnosis is one of the techniques that he uses. Number 5, The Writing Guide to Modern Stage Hypnosis by Jeffrey Ronning. Right now, Jeffrey Ronning's known more as a marketer, although he's been a stage hypnotist since he was younger. He even tells the story of hypnotizing kids in 6th grade and getting in trouble for it. But it's a great guide for performing hypnosis on stage or even to a group of people. Jeff gives you his group inductions and his deepeners and some skits. But what I really like about this book is that he has some excerpts from some of his students that became successful, and they explain how they got there. The excerpts are from one of his membership sites that he pitches in the book. If you're serious about learning stage hypnosis, it's a great resource. Number 6, Tom Silver's Advanced 21st Century Hypnotherapy Hypnosis Training DVD set. I've gone through this exact course personally, and I do have the CD set. It's a resource where I got my winning group induction that is quick, effective, and dramatic. It's an instant induction for an entire group of people. 20, 30 people up on stage I would use this for. By the way, I would encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be, in the future, explaining how I did and how I do my instant induction for a group of people. I have video that I'm going to intertwine and the specific command that I give to everybody to enable this to occur. So that's going to be really cool. Subscribe and you'll get the little update for when I have new videos up. Number 7, Self-hypnosis. Its Theory, Technique, and Application by Melvin Powers. I let my friend borrow this book one time, and the craziest thing happened. He read through the first few pages and went on to the first induction that was in the book. He read the induction while he was sitting on his bed, and he instantly fell into a trance. While he was in this trance, this dreamlike state, an ex-girlfriend of his, who was a friend of ours, that recently passed away, grabbed him by the ankles and pulled him out of his body and onto an out-of-body experience journey. Really incredible. I ended up reading the book. That didn't happen to me, but this is a really imaginative guy. So with that being said, that is a real self-hypnotic induction to create a phenomenon like that to occur. So Self-hypnosis by Melvin Powers. Truly powerful. Number 8, Tricks of the Mind by Darren Brown. I like to spice it up by throwing in a little fun here. If you've never seen Darren Brown on video before, I really highly encourage you to go look at some of his TV shows. It's some of my favorite hypnosis demonstrations on video. And he's a genius. He has amazing hypnotic effects. Of course, on television, he's picking very suggestible people, but he does create amazing effects with covert hypnosis, normal hypnosis. He intertwines some magic and some awesome persuasion and psychology as well. So check him out. Amazing. Number 9, Fun with Hypnosis, the complete how-to guide by Sven Gali. I have not read this book, but I wanted to include a book that has little fun hypnotic effects that you can do with people, which I've found to be the most powerful way to induce hypnosis with a person to get a really deep state where they can pretty much start to believe hallucinations to occur. When you're able to have someone have their eyelids stuck shut, them not being able to bend their arm, they have their hands stuck to their head, their hands stuck to the wall, their feet stuck to the ground, they're stuck to the chair and they can't get out, they can't say their name, and to the point where you can have them hallucinate by not seeing you or seeing something in the room, and the effects just go on and on. And if you're a hypnotherapist that doesn't know how to create these types of effects, it would be really to your advantage because you can demonstrate the power. And it also induces a very deep hypnotic state because the person being hypnotized has very powerful convincers to show them that they are hypnotized, and the effect compounds every time you use one of these methods. It's really cool. And number 10, the last suggestion I'm going to give for today is mind control. How to Get Others to Do What You Want by Will Horton. I've also trained with him personally in NLP, and I have a master certification with him as well. Although it may seem a little bit manipulative, when your intentions are correct and when dealing with people, these techniques allow someone to experience massive change or extreme control. So please use these with good intentions. Covert hypnosis methods are really powerful. Like today, for example, just about 20 minutes ago, my friend was making a sales call. She does websites, and she was calling a lead that kind of fell off track, that said they were gonna work with her, and then they said they weren't gonna, and they kind of gave her the runaround. So she called them up, and one of the tipping point statement that got them to say yes, she said this line. She said, "Is there any reason why I am not the perfect person to create your website?" So within that statement, she gave the command of, "I am the perfect person to create your website," of course with that intention as well. And it's embedded commands and covert hypnosis techniques like that that can create someone who's kind of lukewarm about you and your ideas, and then actually tipping the fence to realizing, and you're placing certain thoughts in their head which get them to create a choice to agree with you. So many techniques like that in that book and in his training. So here's 3 bonus tips on learning hypnosis. For one, these books will help you find techniques on how to hypnotize yourself and others. The most important aspect is figuring out for yourself the best methods that work for you and that you're drawn to. You can be inundated with all types of techniques, but when you can focus on one technique, get the patter down really well, the wording, and get the feeling down really well. One of the most important things to do when hypnotizing a person, and I learned this from Tom Silver, is your hypnotic intention is the most powerful thing you can do to induce a state that you want them to feel when you're interacting with them. Tip number 2, experience helps, so it's fun to practice. Practicing proven methods from the books above will enable you to get true hypnotic results from people you work with. Hey, you might not get hypnotic effects with the first people you work with. That's okay, because within time, you'll continue to understand how these processes and methods work, and you'll have more realization as time goes on. So practice these methods, screw up a bunch of times, and you'll start to get really good at it. And my third tip for you is, when you can guide yourself into hypnosis, you can show someone else the way. Just as if you would direct a person into a town they've never been in, street by street, turn by turn, that is how the hypnotic process can be induced. This is why I find self-hypnosis to be such an important part to any hypnotist experience and training. Think about it. If you know a town or an area in the world really well, you know the streets, you know the areas, you know the neighborhoods, and someone from out of town would call you up on the phone and they would ask you, how do I get to your house? You would easily guide them street by street, turn by turn, area by area, landmark by landmark to your specific place. And it's the same thing with guiding someone into a specific place and mind. Really powerful. So I know that these resources will help, and when you decide to move forward, pick up one of these books and leave me your experiences in the comment section below. If you're seasoned into hypnosis or you have some favorite hypnosis books of your own, leave me a comment, and I'm always looking for awesome new reads and things. So please let me know your favorite hypnosis books and why they are your favorite. And so subscribe to this video. I'm going to have lots of awesome more content coming your way on how to induce hypnosis and how to increase your state of mind and access peak mental states. You can also go to yourmindnow.com to actually see this blog post and many more as well. So my name is Michael Grady, certified hypnotherapist, master neuro-linguistic programmer, wishing you an amazingly hypnotic day. Oh, one more thing. I wanted to let you know that these links that you click on are Amazon affiliate links. So if you do decide to click on these links to go look at these books and you do end up purchasing, I do get a small, very small credit from this, which helps me cover the cost of this blog, really. So if you do decide to check out these books, please click on my links and I can get the credit for that. And thank you again. This is Michael Grady, and I will see you later.